Hey everyone, it's Drea here again, and I have another special guest to share with you. This is my dear friend, Christine Gooden. She is with PRANDI Property Management out of California. And Christine and I were talking not too long ago, and she had such a genuine, such an interesting take on more of the onboarding side and the tenant experience that I just wanted her to share with all of you what she's noticing on their side of things, just so you can get a better idea from somebody who's experiencing it firsthand. So thank you, Christine, for coming on today and talking with me and everyone about this. But I'll kind of let you just take it from here.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's nice to see you today. We had talked about joining Citizen Home Solutions for a little while, and everybody's busy in this industry, and there's always a million balls in the air. But by the time we um, finally saddled up and did it, it was such an easy process. We thought, what were we thinking? We should have done this months ago, because it really was easy to get rolling with Citizen Home Solutions. And then once we got all the I's dotted and the T's crossed and everything was done, we had this very simple little report that we had to create, and that's the way that you communicate with Citizen Home Solutions on your new tenants who are moving in.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little glitch. My fault. I didn't put in the date correctly as an ongoing date. But the interesting part about that was we, on the flip side, in the introductory notice to our tenants, introducing themselves to the onboarding process of becoming a new resident with us, we said, you will soon be hearing from Citizen Home Solutions. It's a partner of ours who will be assisting you with getting your utilities turned over to your new home.
Mm-hmm.
And because we put that in there, and because we had a little glitch, we wouldn't have noticed it. But the new tenants were reaching out to us and saying, hey, we didn't hear from them and we'd love the help. And
Yeah.
it was great. So I reached out to Drea. We figured it out really quick, same day, got that report fixed up, and everybody was able to connect and have the help that they needed to get set up. And it was perfect. But what I really noticed and appreciated was the tenant enthusiasm, that they were really wanted to have the help and the assistance and make that part of their moving experience a little smoother. So it's an easy
Sure.
thing to let go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but like I said, the year that I moved 3 times in a row, and then I meet Peter and them, and I'm like, where was Citizens when they needed you? But that is such an interesting take, and I love the fact that the residents were reaching out to you saying, hey, I want them to call. I want to use this service, which is awesome. Because it really does make it super simplistic. They can typically get everything set up within one phone call rather than 6 or 8, right? Which is the what lures them to use our service. Something though too, Christine, I have quite a few, not everybody, but I have quite a few people reach out to me and say, how do we not make this, how do we communicate this to the resident so well that they don't think that you're a telemarketing service, right? So do you guys have a secret as far as how you're communicating this with the resident? Because it sounds like whatever you guys have set up is perfect. I mean, I know what we suggest on a regular basis. Is there any secret that you guys have figured out when it comes to that?
Um, I'm not sure it's really a secret, but what we did to make sure, because yes, we wanted to make sure that people didn't think this was a spam or,
Mm-hmm.
it was sort of a junk call. So I spent a good amount of time on we have, well, now we're doing it a little more frequently because of COVID, but at the time we were doing it once per month. And we were having a team meeting with our primary agents and the assistants, so our primary management teams. So when they have a new tenant, they can verbally explain who this is. So they knew about it. We watched a couple of Citizen Home Solutions videos. I found a couple of websites of other partners of yours so that people could see how it was explained. So I think
Okay.
that upfront education to our teammates was really good. But I actually think where the tenants noticed it more, so that was good for them to be armed with answers in case there were questions. But I think
Yes.
what closed the gap on this first time around, when we learned that tenants were interested in the help, was in our introductory letter. So when we send out a lease to somebody, it will say attached is your lease. We work with DocuSign. So it goes to them electronically, and there's a cover letter that they read that says, welcome aboard. We're excited to have you live at 123 Main Street. And then at the bottom, it actually explains that we work with a partnership. So I think the reference to referring to you as a partnership is helpful so that they know that this is, and it's bold. And we included a link so that if they wanted to go and look to learn about you even before, since they're getting the letter electronically, I think getting a link was a good idea.
The tenant video link?
I think that is what it is. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. And just in case anybody doesn't know either, we provide a tenant video link that if your residents don't want to read about Citizen Home Solutions, they can watch a video on it. So it makes it really simplistic, and yeah, a great place to put that. So that is awesome. I love that. Is there anything else special that you would like to share with everyone?
I think while it's embarrassing to admit that you made a mistake on the report, which I'm happy to admit that because I think there was a really good discovery that came from it. And I also think that it's important for people to know that while we discovered this, it was fixed lickety split, and it was such an easy process to repair that. And these normal things happen. We're all normal. I've never run that report before. I didn't know how to do it. We had it for 1 month instead of an ongoing date. So that's a very simple thing, a simple mistake. But your tech team was fast, Johnny on the spot, helpful, explained exactly what I needed to do, and it was done. No problem.
I love it. I love it.
I think that's worth explaining to people, that there's a team there to help you get it done.
And you know, I may not be the tech team, but I will do whatever I possibly can to make sure it gets done as fast as possible. And if it makes sense. I know there's times where they talk to me and they're like, Drea, this is really high tech. I'm going to explain it. Maybe you can help me explain it in real people words. And I'm like, I got you. We'll see what goes on. But that is so awesome. And I thank you so much for coming on here and talking to everybody about this. I know onboarding is the biggest bear everyone dreads, because trying to onboard a new property management system is awful. I get it. But just like today, I had somebody on the call with me. I sent the email before we were even off the call to get them started. They sent it to me within 10 minutes. We had the account created within an hour. So it is so quick. And even though our service is too good to be true, plus a really quick onboarding service, I mean,
yes,
it's fun to talk about. But I should appreciate it, Christine, and thank you so much.
You got it. Thank you for sharing the time today.
You bet. Bye, everybody.
Bye.